Seen the footage.
I'm back!
Langston, Strowman, this will be a brawl for the H. Oh my God. The war has begun!
And now, WWE 2K19 at Grush DigiGames proudly presents the biggest party of the summer, WWE's SummerSlam.
The lights are on bright and we're jam-packed to the rafters, all while this arena has turned into a battlefield. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to SummerSlam! And we are kicking the festivities off with a modern-day demolition derby, because this opening contest will be for the coveted Money in the Bank contract, and the first participant is none other than the United States Champion himself, Kevin Owens. His shirt says KO in the bank because he has vowed to survive this match and punch his ticket to face World's Heavyweight Champion Big E Langston, basically proclaiming that if he is the victor this evening, he will automatically cash in on the man who retired his best friend Sami Zayn last month at Judgment Day, an obsession that almost cost him his career on SmackDown Live until Triple H saved the day and overturned then SmackDown General Manager Ric Flair's decision to strip him of the title and suspend him indefinitely. Tonight is a must-win situation for Kevin Owens if he wants to keep his promise, but it will be hard because he has 6 other guys gunning for that exact same prize, including this man who went through hell and high water to even make it to this stage. Andrade Cien Almas overcame a cocky tyrant and broke him back to make it to Money in the Bank. And his heart that this man possesses makes it even harder to bet against El Idero. Not flanked by his business advisor, Zelina Vega, and rightfully so, Andrade, despite being medically cleared to compete tonight after being the final competitor to qualify for this match after overcoming Apollo Crews on Raw. And what better way to rub it in the face of the man who was a constant thorn in his side than by outlasting every man in this match to earn a shot at either the WWE or World's Heavyweight Championship anytime, any place, for up to 1 full calendar year. This sold-out crowd firmly behind Andrade because they know what this man possesses. He has a legacy to uphold. He is a dominant competitor all over the world, and ever since coming to the WWE, he has been on a mission to stake that claim to be the very best that this business has to offer. And what better way than by punching his ticket to becoming the next heavyweight champion on either Raw or SmackDown Live. His atmosphere is red hot, and another question that has been running through my mind all day was, is it the night of Sanity and Jeopardy after this man was powerbombed on a ladder by Harper on SmackDown Live. And the music probably means that despite having his back bruised, Eric Young will get his fix on chaos and destruction by any means necessary. This crowd letting Eric Young know how they feel about him, but still to come later tonight, his boys Killian, Dain, and Alexander Wolfe will vie to leave Brooklyn as the undisputed WWE Tag Team Champions when they battle the Authors of Pain, who had a quite interesting night on SmackDown Live as well. You can see Young's midsection clearly taped up, and I for one have always been against wearing that in an environment like this one, because you're clearly putting a target on your back as the weaker man. But if you follow the career of Eric Young all over the world, he has overcome quite a lot in and out of the WWE, and tonight he looks to prove that point. And that's the point of a wounded animal is the most dangerous when their backs are against the wall. Not uncovering his face this go round because he knows what's underneath it is the face of a pissed off human being. He wants to get payback on Harper as well as shut the mouths of every superstar that is vying for that Money in the Bank contract. But while his boys in Sanity, he has those boys on the fence later tonight. This man has made it his mission to become the most hated man, not only in this match, but in the entire Raw locker room with his constant disrespect towards everyone. And in the words of Tyler Breeze, he is here to make sure that sooner or later, that Monday Night Raw will have a complete and utter makeover. After turning his back on his tag team partner, Fandango, Tyler Breeze has come into his own ever since coming up from NXT a number of years ago, and tonight could be him breaking the ceiling and climb the ladder and retrieve the Money in the Bank briefcase. Can you imagine the image of him smashing a ladder across the face of Chris Jericho? That happened this past Monday on Raw, and that has been engraved in my mind ever since. But he still has to clear the playing field because he can reach for his ticket to the top. But not only does this man has to guard his face in his own way, but he has to possibly break the face of every superstar that stands in front of him if he wants to reach that gold briefcase that is hanging high above the ring. Look at this man, nonchalant, full of glamour and grandeur, but he has to get through everybody to get his most desire. This monster who recently reunited with his longtime tag team partner Rowan over the weekend during a local live event. Harper has been very dominant over the past number of weeks, and his actions have been brutally straightforward. He is on a mission to claim that top prize. And he, once again, has that hammer, just like he did on SmackDown Live this past week. And when our broadcast colleague Renee Young attempted to get his thoughts on the return of Daniel Bryan, and she said, he practically stated that, and I quote, Daniel Bryan's time will come to a new end soon. But for now, my focus is on caving every man in that ring's faces until it's me and that briefcase. End quote. And we saw what Harper did to Eric Young on SmackDown Live. Young is clearly still feeling the effects. Can you imagine what this man will do when he has a ladder in his hands? You saw a taste on SmackDown when he powerbombed Eric Young on top of it. But can you imagine what he will do to all these competitors in this match if he gets his hands on it again tonight, and not only try to climb the ladder and get that briefcase, but to cave in the faces of every adversary he has in front of him. Well, we know what this man can do with a ladder. Wait! Bobby Roode! Roode attacking the man who left him laying on Raw. Oh, jeez! DDT on the concrete floor. We need some help out back there for Jericho. The hell? What just happened? Well, during the entrance of Chris Jericho, I was going to break the news that Shelton Benjamin was not cleared to compete tonight after the attack at the hands of Dolph Ziggler on SmackDown Live, but this right here, this took the cake. Bobby Roode still bitter after weeks of going back and forth with the first undisputed champion in history. And tonight, he might have just cleared one more obstacle on his road to the WWE Championship. This man coming out here basking in his self-made glory has been on a trip ever since his run-ins with AJ Styles, a man who injured his neck a number of weeks ago during a no disqualification match, ironically with Bobby Roode. Yep. Alright. I just received word from our producers in the back that Chris Jericho has been rushed to the trainer's room to get checked out, as the way his head landed on the concrete was completely terrifying. And hopefully an update will be provided before the night is over. How can Roode be so smug at the what he just did? It's just baffling to me. But tonight, I guess it appears that the stage is set. 6 of the very best from both Raw and SmackDown Live will battle it out in this cross-branded Money in the Bank ladder match. Let me know let me know down in the live chat, who do you believe will hold the honor of having a shot at either the WWE or World Heavyweight Championship? I still can't believe what we just saw. Bobby Roode just disgustingly assaulted Chris Jericho, I guess as a way of payback for Jericho leaving him laying with not one but 2 code breakers on Monday Night Raw. But would you really risk entering a legend the caliber of Chris Jericho like that with that DDT on the concrete floor as well as that cable ramp? Like, it's baffling to me. Money in the Bank to kick off SummerSlam. Do you have your popcorn ready? I know I do. It looks like the stage is set. 6 of the very best from Raw and SmackDown Live. Only one man will leave with the briefcase. Let's go! Oh, the disgusting display, the smug of Bobby Roode on his way. Oh, Harper! Harper shutting him up with a super kick. All 6 men rushing to gain the advantage over the other. But the only way to win this match is to grab a ladder, climb the rungs, and retrieve the briefcase. It's simple on paper, but when you have 5 other guys thirsty for the same opportunity, it's easier said than done. Eric Young and Kevin Owens clashing over at the entrance area, while Harper continues to take the fight to that disrespectful Bobby Roode, the same man who gave up the NXT Championship a number of months ago to vie for the WWE Championship, which he was unsuccessful in doing so. Oh, bouncing him off the edge of this announce table. But this right here is an interesting situation. On one hand, you have Andrade, who had to overcome a broken back to get here, and you have Tyler Breeze, who betrayed everyone he once called friend and idol to get to this position. Oh, and it appears that neither man is going to back down Enziguri to the temple. Breeze is not one known for sharing any kind of spotlight even if it's just for one moment. Twisting their head with that net breaker from the second rope. The ruler of Cuteville wants that opportunity for him and him alone. Disgusting. That attitude, but no, Kevin Owens on the outside, still going at it with Eric Young. Owens has been very vocal about why he wants the briefcase despite him still being the United States champion. And Young with the Luthes, with those fists raining down on the United States champion. Young has something clearly in his mind, in that twisted mind of his. And there it is. The ladder has finally made its way into this situation. If I were Young, I would instantly toss it in the ring and scale it, but he has to make sure the playing field is clear in order to do that. And that he does by bouncing it off the skull of Owens as Roode sends Harper rib first off the edge of the announce table. Oh, and a spear! Harper's ribs might have to be evaluated after taking that spear, and this beauty shot onto Breeze. Excuse me, by Breeze onto Andrade. The fire in the eyes of the former standout in NXT proves that Triple H had the right idea of keeping this man around for the long run. Back on the outside, Young making sure that Owens stays down. But this might be a little deeper than that because Young might still feel the sting and embarrassment from when Owens and the returning Daniel Bryan defeated Young on SmackDown Live this past week. And he wants revenge with that knee to the back of the spine. He wants to avenge that loss. And now Young continuing to unleash his rage, but super kick from Owens, temporarily stopping the unhinged rage of Eric Young for the moment. Back inside the ring, Tyler Breeze, has Andrade over his shoulders, possibly looking for a powerbomb onto the ladder. Andrade might have been cleared, but a broken back can be easily aggravated if the impact is great. Oh, Andrade, he's fighting out of this position. Oh, he has Breeze stunned right where he wants him. The same move that brought him to the dance. Hammerlock DDT. Andrade is done messing around. He has Breeze up. Power bomb. Oh! I don't know if that caught Breeze's skull, but it bounced off the tip of the ladder, and he might be out of it completely at this point. Oh, Roode sliding inside the ring. I guess he was buying his time after dealing with Harper on the outside. Roode all by himself. But not for long. Because that same monster is looking Roode in the eyes. Oh man, Roode just had the ladder pushed from up under him. And now he's hanging on for dear life. Because that fall cannon will break more than his ego, which will be hard to do in itself. Oh, the power of Harper with the power bomb. Roode's chances of winning was just snatched away by Harper. And just like that, Roode laid out with a massive super kick the same way we started this contest. Oh, no. Harper shades of what he did to Eric Young on SmackDown Live. A running sit-out powerbomb, and Roode's head caught the edge of that ladder in the process. Roode is out of the picture at the moment as Harper heads back outside the ring looking for the moment. Wait. Owens back in the picture. Now looking to fulfill his claim at winning the Money in the Bank. He has his hands on the briefcase. Will he take it down? Oh, wait. Just like that, Young snatching away at Owens' chances at the moment. Eric Young sending Owens crashing and burning. And now he followed up, sending him to the floor. And now the leader of Sanity is all alone in the ring. And all he has to do is brush off the pain and climb his way to a future world championship opportunity where it's almost a guarantee that he will be the next champion. Young soaking it in while there's practically nobody around. Are we looking at the next Mr. Money in the Bank? Look, Andrade! He's back in after dealing with Tyler Breeze on the outside. Young probably should have moved a little bit quicker. But he's not moving quick enough on Andrade's watch. And Andrade on the other side climbing to meet Young, who is dazed a bit. But wait. Harper, I question about that ladder. He has something going on. Oh! A ladder to the midsection of Tyler Breeze. That's what Harper had in mind after taking out Roode. He wants to destroy everyone on his own time. Oh wait, back first goes Young off the ladder. The injured back that didn't have that much time to recover. But oh, look, Andrade, he's all alone. He looks to reach for the top. Oh no. Harper re-entering the ring, and come on, Andrade, be quick about it. Oh man, he's staring in the face of a man with no soul. Come on, Harper. Oh no. Harper, come on. Don't do this. No. Oh, a power bomb turning Andrade inside out. Can you imagine Harper with that Money in the Bank briefcase? Whomever is the WWE or World Heavyweight Champion will have to have his eyes installed on the back of their heads, because this monster is not one to take lightly whatsoever. What does this man have in mind now? He's all alone and could easily go grab the briefcase. What? Oh man, no. He's bridging a ladder between the apron and the barricade. Whatever he has in mind, it's kind of scary to think about. Harper is on the verge of winning this match. Oh wait, there's Tyler Breeze, who just got a taste of what the Bludgeon Brother has to offer. Breeze somehow pulling Harper down on the beauty shot. Now Eric Young is taking it to Roode on the outside, who's still recovering from that sickening powerbomb that caught the back of his head. Roode not taking it anymore. Glorious DDT! Bobby Roode shouted that the briefcase is his, and now he has something else in mind. All the while, Tyler Breeze is looking to make his way to that briefcase. But wait, Roode now dealing with Kevin Owens on the other side. Glorious DDT on the United States Champion. Roode caught Breeze in the corner of his eyes, and he just snatched him down before sending him to the outside. Bobby Roode is all alone. No one is standing in the way of him becoming Mr. Money in the Bank. What? It's AJ Styles! We haven't seen the former IWGP Heavyweight Champion in weeks. Roode is now staring in the face of another man he has his fair share of issues with. Styles repeated close fist sending Roode crashing to the floor below. AJ Styles is not in this match, but he's damn sure making certain that Roode doesn't win it. Frog splash from the top of the ladder. That was simply phenomenal. All puns intended. AJ is not done with Roode just yet. Sending him crashing and burning. In a way, Roode deserves this after the way he did to Chris Jericho in the back. Phenomenal forearm to the outside. This situation with AJ Styles and Bobby Roode has gotten completely out of hand. Roode has nobody to blame for this but himself. It all started at King of the Ring when Roode screwed Styles out of the Intercontinental title. And tonight is the beginning of another chapter. Speaking of another chapter, Tyler Breeze is back inside the ring, climbing the ladder, looking to make quick work of this. But look, down below is Kevin Owens. He's recovering from the glorious DDT on the floor, and he looks to make Breeze pay. He has Breeze stunned. Powerbomb turning him inside out. Owens shouting that is his, and rightfully so. He has his own reasons for wanting that briefcase to avenge his fallen best friend, who was forced into retirement. And now he's going to force Tyler Breeze, into a chiropractic visit with that pop-up power bomb. Don't celebrate too early, Kevin. Because look, Eric Young. Oh! Owens caught him with the super kick. He's not done with Eric Young just yet. And that is why. Pop-up power bomb. 2-for-1 special at SummerSlam. Owens taking out the competition, making sure that it's a clear playing field between him and that briefcase. Oh man, turn around, Kevin. Harper with the super kick. How can you ever forget this monster is in this match? Oh, no. Ladder. Owens. No. Shades of what he did to Eric Young. Oh! Another power bomb, but this time onto the ladder. Owens may be broken. The Bludgeon Brother is clearly not done yet. He wants to bludgeon Owens' skull with that discus lariat. Harper disposing of Kevin Owens as he's dumped out. And he might be out of this match because we're back to Harper being the only man, or should I say monster, standing in the ring. And there was nothing between him and winning this year's Money in the Bank. Oh wait, maybe I spoke too soon. Andrade is back up. And he wants some more Harper. But Harper quick on the attack, stopping El Idolo in his tracks. But that's easier said than done because Andrade wants to fight. Oh, a kick to the midsection. Harper wants to finally break out of the ceiling that this company once put over his head and come into his own as he sends. Yep, he sends Andrade crashing to the floor. Oh no, Harper, don't do this. Harper looking to powerbomb Andrade onto the ladder, but Andrade is not going down like that. Bouncing Harper off the ladder. Andrade wants to make sure that the Harper equation is solved. Oh, bouncing him off again, face first. And now Andrade setting Harper up on the ladder. What does Andrade have in mind? Think about this, Andrade. All you have to do is climb the ladder and get the prevent. Oh! Andrade with the moonsault from the turnbuckle, crashing through Harper and the ladder. Yes, please replay this incredible choice. Andrade had a choice between climbing the ladder or removing Harper from the situation completely, and he chose the ladder over the former, and this was indeed awesome. But Andrade is back inside the ring. Oh, and again, from these different angles, he's back inside the ring after dealing with Harper, and there is nobody left standing between him and the Money in the Bank briefcase. All you have to do is bring it down and it's over. Andrade looking to become Mr. Money in the Bank at SummerSlam in Brooklyn. Get it, kid. Oh, wait. Tyler Breeze with a steel chair to the back of Andrade. I told you, Tyler Breeze doesn't like sharing the spotlight ever. No, Breeze is just like Mysterio causing Peter Parker's life to come crashing down. And Tyler Breeze is now Mr. Money in the Bank. Tyler Breeze is a man of his word, and he now holds all the cards. Are we looking at the next world champion? Oh man, what a night. And we're just getting started. Because still to come, this man Samoa Joe has a chance to avenge what happened to him on Raw with Bray Wyatt leaving as the WWE champion. He's clearly banged up and still injured. But knowing Joe, he is going to fight through the pain to get it. But the story of the year is what this man intends to do as Shawn Michaels returns to the ring for the first time ever in over a year to not only, quote, change the WWE, but to take charge. But up next is one of the two Undisputed Championship matches called by a new friend of the channel. Take it away, brother.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, as we continue on this already epic night of SummerSlam, it is time to crown your Undisputed Tag Team Champions. And yes, you heard it correctly. Do not adjust your volume. The commentary table has just been hijacked. We got the Authors of Pain taking on Sanity, and it's for all the marbles in the tag team division. Make no mistake about it, it is for the bragging rights to say that you are the most dominant team in the WWE. As you know, the tag team division is making changes. The Undisputed Tag Team Championship titles will be defended on both Raw and SmackDown. The champions themselves will be joint branded until they lose the title, at least. Once they lose the title, they have to go back to their respected brand. And as you can see, that heavily taped up shoulder on Rezar, that was an injury courtesy of the attack by Sanity earlier in the week on SmackDown Live. Sanity trying to get an edge over on the Authors of Pain, so it's safe to say that the Authors of Pain, they are not at 100%, but by God, they're going to have this match anyway. Let's talk about the Authors of Pain and their history here in the WWE. Let's talk about their tag team title history. They won the tag team championships from the Revival at King of the Ring. They never looked back since. They had a triple threat match with the Revivals and the Usos, also came out victorious. So it's safe to say, when you talk about top teams here in the WWE, you need to mention the Authors of Pain. And now on the other side, we got these guys. That eerie entrance, 2/3 of Sanity. You got Killian, Dain, and Alexander Wolfe. They cashed in their NXT Tag Team Championships for a shot at the bar. They came out victorious as well. And they've been a top team ever since. Eric Young, he had a match earlier tonight, the Money in the Bank ladder match to be exact. And Eric Young, he didn't come out victorious. He did not take home the briefcase. So, Sanity needs to rebound. They need to win this match here tonight. Can you think about how epic it would be? Eric Young lost the briefcase, did not win. But Killian, Dain, and Alexander Wolfe walk out as the Undisputed Tag Team Champions. I'll tell you what, SummerSlam is about to tear down the house right now. This is two dominant teams, two powerful teams. You have four powerhouses right now going toe-to-toe at SummerSlam. It's safe to say you do not want to change this channel. And as you can see, Killian, Dain, and Alexander Wolfe, they're both ready. The Authors of Pain, like I said, injured already. They're not at 100%, but make no mistake about it. They are ready to put on tonight here at SummerSlam when it comes to winning these titles. They want them just as bad as Sanity does, and they will do whatever they have to do to take them home. And this crowd is hyped. You see the signs in the audience. We want Sanity. It's safe to say, Dain, Wolfe, they are here to purge tonight. They are ready to let the purge commence. And their victims, they look to make Akam and Rezar. Now, Rezar, he's got to be very careful when it comes to that taped up shoulder. He's kind of putting a target on it right now. And a huge European uppercut after the taunt. Killian, Dain trying to take Rezar down. A huge boot, but it doesn't do anything. It doesn't do the trick. And Rezar's telling him, come on. And another boot answered back by Killian, Dain. But Rezar, this guy is unstoppable. Oh my God. How many boots is this guy going to be able to take? And now Rezar, he's got the wrist. Trying to work a wrist lock in here. And Killian, Dain firing them shots. Killian, Dain fights out of it. And a huge boot. Finally, the boot levels Rezar. And Dain sending Rezar into the corner. Dain turning him over. What's he going to go for here? He's got him up on both shoulders. Electric chair position. And a huge electric chair driver onto Rezar. Killian, Dain quickly hooking the leg. But I'll tell you what, it's going to take a lot more than that. And of course, I told you, I knew it. Come on, you don't just execute a couple moves and then make a pin. Especially on a powerhouse like Rezar. I understand the man may not be at 100%. I understand you attacked him earlier in the week. But let's be honest. That electric chair driver was not going to put down Rezar. And Killian, Dain taking the pace nice and slow right now. As he goes to the middle rope, and we should know what he's going for here. He He went for the senton, but he missed it. Rezar rolled out of the way. And now Rezar just collided with Killian Dain. It's like a collision of two trains, ladies and gentlemen. Killian Dain once again with that boot sends Rezar back down to the mat. And now Killian Dain giving a nice little taunt while he's at it, delivering them elbows to the side of Rezar's face. And right now, Rezar, it's safe to say Rezar is getting manhandled. As Killian Dain looks like he's going for a suplex. No, a stalling suplex nonetheless, sending Rezar down to the mat, back first. And now Dain with a stomp. And he's going to crank on that neck. Looks like he's got a submission hold applied. And I want to remind you, ladies and gentlemen, the match is a time limit match. Part of the new stipulations, we got a 20-minute time limit. So it's safe to say that these two, things like that taunt right there, Killian Dain better get down to business. And now Rezar lifting Dain up. And a huge headbutt from Rezar. And now Rezar looking to shift momentum as he keeps the attack on Killian Dain. Staying aggressive, staying persistent. With that barrage of blows. But wait, Dain just ate him too. And Dain back with another taunt, and Rezar's laying to him. Rezar just giving it to Killian Dain right now. And Killian Dain fights out of it, putting Rezar in the corner. And now what's Killian Dain going for? He sends Rezar into the corner. Rezar bounces back. Huge drop kick from Killian Dain. Rezar sent back first into the turnbuckle. And now Rezar, he looks like he's going for a tag. No, Killian Dain. Wait, no, Akam makes the tag. Akam got it. And a huge boot from Akam. And he follows it up with another huge boot. Could we see the trifecta? No, Killian Dain blocks it and a huge stomp to Akam. Akam looked like he was trying to steamroll Killian Dain. And now Killian Dain got him up. Wait. He went for the electric chair driver again, it looked like. But no, Akam fights out. And now Akam rushes forward, leveling him with a clothesline. And as you can see, Alexander Wolfe, he wants in this match. But right now, Akam is just laying waste to Killian. And now Killian Dain sent into the corner. And a huge body splash from Akam. Akam lifting Dain to his feet. And a huge clubbing blow to the back of Killian Dain. Once again into the corner. And now wait, Rezar's got him tied up. Smart strategy right there by the Authors of Pain. As Rezar had Dain tied up. And Akam delivered a knee. And now look at Akam admiring his handiwork. But wait, Killian Dain fights out with a boot, and a huge headbutt knocks him down. And now Killian Dain just knocks Rezar to the floor. A little bit of payback for what just happened. Dain now outside on the ringside floor, taking it to Rezar. And another huge headbutt, this time to Rezar. And now Dain, wait. Dain tripping Akam up. Using that top rope as a guillotine. And now Dain's going to the top. What's he looking for? Wait, Akam blocks him off, throwing him to the mat. Looked like the big man was going to fly, but he was denied. And now, little bit of back and forth right here. I mean, it's got me laughing. Akam just knocked Alexander Wolfe off the ropes. Huge fireman's carry from Akam off the counter. And now Akam's got Dain into the corner. And he makes a tag to Rezar. Wait, no. The last chapter, this could be it already. Rezar's got the pin. Wait, Alexander Wolfe breaks it up. Killian Dain's got to be out. The last chapter on Killian Dain. And now Rezar lifting Dain to his feet. What's Rezar got in his mind right here? A huge shoulder breaker from Rezar onto Killian Dain. And now Rezar just taunting, trying to get this crowd either irritated or hyped. I can't even tell. And now Killian Dain's got Rezar in the corner. Oh, and a huge save by Akam. That was a smart move right there. Looked like Killian Dain was about to try and drive them shoulders into the stomach of Rezar. And a belly-to-belly suplex off the apron. That sends Akam into the ring and he rolls out to the mat. What's Killian Dain going for here? The big man on the other side of the ring. No, you can't be serious. Coast to coast. Oh my God. How in the hell did the big man do that? That is just unbelievable. And now Dain just looking right now. He tags Alexander Wolfe into the match. Looks like we're going to see a little bit of tag team work. Huge double shoulder block from Sanity. And now Alexander Wolfe's got Rezar. He's got him up. Running sit-out powerbomb with the pin. 1, 2. And oh no, I thought this was almost over. 2.9 on the running sit-out powerbomb, and that was so close. And now Wolfe, he's keeping the pressure on. Delivering a neck breaker to Rezar. And now Wolfe making a tag back to Dain. That's a very smart strategy right there. That's the experience of a tag team. Them quick, fast-paced tags keep both men fresh. And also the other smart strategy, isolate your opponent. Keep him away from his partner. And it seems like that's what they're doing right now, as Killian Dain is bringing Rezar back into their corner, and he just ragdolls Rezar. And once again, Dain with the taunt. Now Dain going to the top rope. What's the big man thinking? I think he's thinking he's gonna fly. Huge front drop kick from Killian Dain off the top rope. You don't see that often from a man of Killian Dain's build. As he's got Rezar in the corner and he's just driving that shoulder right into Rezar. And now Dain telling him this is it. And a huge running body splash from Killian Dain just leveled Rezar. Took him out like a freight train. But what's Dain thinking? Looks like he's recalculating his thoughts. Wait, he's turned his attention to Akam. He should be focusing on Rezar. And Rezar rolls over with a sunset flip coming over the apron. See, I did not understand Dain's logic as he gets leveled from behind with a clothesline. I did not understand the logic right there of Killian Dain. He should have focused on Rezar. I mean, come on, think about it. Dain pushing Rezar off and then just drives a foot to his knee. I mean, think about it. Killian Dain is in the ring with Rezar, and you got to really look at it from a perspective of a wrestling fan. Rezar has been in there for a very long time. I could say I don't even think Akam has been in there for what, maybe 4 or 5 minutes? Rezar is definitely hurt. And a huge power slam from Killian Dain. And a headbutt followed up with Alexander Wolfe. And now Wolfe going for the pin. This could be it. 1, 2, no. Akam breaks it up. And he gets a belly-to-back suplex for his trouble. But that's not it. We got a second one. And a huge German suplex. And now Rezar, meanwhile, Rezar just leveled him down. Just took him out with a clothesline. Rezar taking the pin to Alexander Wolfe. And no, Alexander Wolfe kicks out. Only a 2 count. Now Rezar just looking at him. And now Rezar fires a shot to Dain, knocking him off the apron. Trying to keep him out of the way. It's only Alexander Wolfe and Rezar right now. And Alexander Wolfe with a huge kick. Wait, with a roll-up. No. 2. Wait. Oh my God, are you serious right now? Alexander Wolfe has just won the Undisputed Tag Team Championships via roll-up. And honestly, that was well played. I mean, how much can one man take? Rezar was getting brutalized toward the end of this match. The Authors of Pain, like we said, they were not at 100%. But if you look back at it, Akam wasn't in the ring as long as Rezar was. Rezar had to withstand a lot. And I go back to that main point I had just said. How much can one man take? Either way, Sanity is your new undisputed. Wait, what? It's the Usos. What in the hell? The Usos just viciously assaulting Sanity after winning the Undisputed Tag Team Championships. What are Jimmy and Jay doing? What in the hell? This disgusting attack right now by the Usos. And now, just throwing him around, Alexander Wolfe up against the barricade. The Usos just went through a grueling match with the Authors of Pain. There's no way they could fight back. And a huge Uso splash. The Authors of Pain and Sanity, they just had a brutal match, which we knew it was going to be brutal. And a super kick as well. A smart man would think that the Usos are out here. And yes, my suspicion is confirmed. They got next.
Thank you so much, Third Strike Entertainment. Make sure to check him out. Link in the description down below. But still to come tonight, we will see that man, The Rock, for the first time ever in the WWE ring, go to battle with Shawn Michaels for not only full control of the WWE in case of Shawn Michaels, but if he loses, well, Shawn is gone. And wait a minute! Mr. McMahon is here! We haven't seen him for weeks! No one has really been in control of day-to-day operations, but the chairman is back!
The following contest is a tables, ladders, and chairs match, and is for the WWE Intercontinental Championship.
We are set for our second championship match of the night, and it will be contested under tables, ladders, and chairs. Well, the only way to win is by climbing the ladder and retrieving the championship. Out first is a man who is instrumental in the creation of this stipulation. A man who has undergone a drastic change in character ever since losing the Intercontinental Championship last month at Judgment Day. And would you look at this appearance? What has gotten into Jeff Hardy?
Introducing the challenger from Cameron, North Carolina, weighing in at 225 pounds, Jeff Hardy.
Jeff Hardy returned to the WWE on an episode of Monday Night Raw a number of months ago and won his first title ever since returning in the Intercontinental Championship Gauntlet at King of the Ring. And he has held that title for only a month as his momentum was halted thanks to the mind games and brute mentality of the Scottish Destroyer last month in the United Kingdom. And he is headed into this after the re-emergence of the Antichrist of professional wrestling, the cold-blooded, sadistic persona of Jeff Hardy. But this version is focused and ruthless than ever before, and tonight he guaranteed to leave Brooklyn and once again become Intercontinental Champion. But that is easier said than done, because this man returned to the WWE as well to defeat the very best and to reclaim what he believes was stolen from him. And now that he's traveled the world and honed his advantage, Drew McIntyre is here to destroy Jeff Hardy.
And introducing the champion from Ayr, Scotland, weighing in at 254 pounds, he is the WWE Intercontinental Champion, Drew McIntyre.
The Scottish Destroyer claimed Hardy's prized possession last month in the UK, and after suffering a concussion at the hands of the former champion a number of weeks ago, McIntyre has been hungry and craving at the downfall of Jeff Hardy. And when I spoke with him earlier, he kept it simple, and I quote, "It's time for Jeff Hardy to go back to where he belongs in the past, out of the way. And since he won't leave on his own, I intend to let the EMTs carry him out for good." McIntyre, Hardy, a match McIntyre has never competed in, a match Hardy has his fair share of success in. The Intercontinental Championship will be hanging high above the ring. Nobody is going to be standing in the way of other than their opponent. Let's go. Hardy immediately trying to play mind games, but McIntyre is not having it with that shoulder tackle. McIntyre has been in a foul mood ever since this match was announced. He even left Jeff Hardy laying on Raw after slamming him through a table. But Hardy is not backing down either, as he is one of very few men to lead this new version of Drew McIntyre in a vulnerable position. A straight closed fist shot to the face of Drew. Hardy has become obsessed with that Intercontinental Championship, and in his twisted mind is what defines him outside of being world champion. And that's why he's picked this stipulation for this rematch. And as a fan, I love it. McIntyre, taking it down to the mat, quickly overpowering the Antichrist, and proving that you'll have to do a hell of a lot more to keep him down for the count. And now the Intercontinental champion grabs another table, but Hardy is back up and does what brought him to the dance. But he quickly pays for it as McIntyre sidesteps the former champion and through the table. It's as if Hardy just put himself in harm's way and McIntyre gained the better of the outcome. At one point during this situation, Hardy and McIntyre included Jeff's brother Matt, who was on the receiving end of a Claymore to send a message to Jeff, and it looks like Hardy is about to receive more pain face first off the steel steps. Drew wants to disfigure his adversary tonight. McIntyre placing the ladder inside the ring. That's what he needs to win. And now Hardy. The steel chair. Hardy with a steel chair. And now that visual as of late hasn't been quite pleasant as he continues to punish McIntyre with that chair. Every shot was weeks of frustration of being unleashed, and it's smart strategy because once you take McIntyre out of the picture, you're guaranteed to leave as the Intercontinental Champion. Now Hardy with his hands on the Intercontinental title belt, and all he has to do is pull it down. But look, McIntyre is back in this situation, and now he's in a rare position. McIntyre just drop kicked the ladder, but Hardy is still hanging on. Shades of what Roode did earlier tonight. And McIntyre responds with a power bomb, snatching Hardy away from reclaiming the Intercontinental title at this very moment. McIntyre just eyed the table set up at ringside. McIntyre, he has him up. A shot to the bridge of the nose, but Hardy, to get out of this situation, face buster to follow suit. If that closed fist to the nose didn't stop McIntyre planting his face to the canvas, surely did. Hardy changing it up. Moonsault into the splash into the champion. If those attacks on the face didn't keep McIntyre down, I'm sure that will. Hope I stand corrected. McIntyre is no normal man as he takes Hardy's head clean off with that lariat. McIntyre now stalking Hardy as if he wants to finish this, and that might do it. The Celtic kiss. Hardy could not get his hands up in time and paid for it dearly. The power of McIntyre sending Hardy crashing and burning to the outside. McIntyre has gone on record saying that Hardy needs to give it up. And now he has the opportunity to do it himself. Reversed STO. Hardy will not go down without a fight. But McIntyre has something else in mind. Oh, and now he has another ladder. And wait. Oh no. We saw a bridge ladder earlier tonight. And it took out the biggest man in that match. McIntyre is looking to remove Hardy from this match as well. Oh, come on, Drew. Think about this, man. You can shorten this man's career even further. Oh, bouncing him face first off the ladder. Oh, no. McIntyre has him up. McIntyre just powerbombed Hardy through the ladder. It is now written gospel that Drew McIntyre is retaining now. McIntyre now all alone and making his way to get his hands on his coveted Intercontinental Championship. McIntyre is on the cusp of leaving Brooklyn as the Intercontinental Champion. What? Look at the bottom of your screen. What the hell? How in the hell is Hardy standing after taking that bump? Is this man even human? Drew can't even believe what he's seeing, and neither can I. Jeff Hardy brushed off crashing through a ladder like it was nothing, and now he's face to face with a stunned McIntyre. Both men jacking for position on top of the ladder, fighting for that workhorse title. That is the Intercontinental Championship. Oh! McIntyre with another Celtic kiss headbutt. McIntyre looking to push Hardy off, but no, Jeff blocks it. And McIntyre crashing to the mat below. There is nothing standing between Hardy and that Intercontinental Championship. Can he get it? Hardy almost has it. Oh, light blade rising from the ashes of destruction. Drew McIntyre wants to slay Jeff Hardy to keep his title. The ladder removed once again. And Hardy is dangling for his life. Watch out. Oh, a wicked spear. Shades of Hall of Famer Ed Spirit. Ironically, Jeff Hardy back in 2001 at WrestleMania 17. Holy bleep, indeed. McIntyre now has that feeling inside of him. Claymore kick. Oh, and it looks like that boot cut Hardy open right above the eyebrow. McIntyre wants to keep his promise and end the legend, the myth of Jeff Hardy, as he sets up another table at ringside. Look at that cut over Jeff Hardy's eyebrow. Sick. McIntyre. Oh. He has Hardy up. Oh, and a sickening power bomb. It looks like Hardy's arm was hung up in that ladder briefly. Hardy trying to gain his composure on the apron. And now McIntyre has a steel chair, the same weapon Hardy used to give him a concussion in the first place. And a chair shot to the face of Hardy, sending him crashing to the ringside area. Drew McIntyre can end this whenever he wants to, but I believe that concussion and the fact that he was always a ruthless individual, I should say, just makes him want to listen and watch Hardy suffer at his hands. McIntyre now has a table back inside the ring, and now he has set it up as this sold-out crowd here watches in awe at this display from the Scottish Destroyer. Hardy's back inside the ring. Drew looks to meet him with another headbutt, but Hardy caught him, and now he has the champion stunned. Twist of hate. Hardy delivers that with such disdain as of late. Twist of hate is fitting, and now Hardy looking for it. Hardy, swanton, nope. McIntyre moves out of the way. Celtic kiss to the bloody forehead, and Hardy is sure to be counting stars at this point. McIntyre has something else in mind with that table propped up in the corner. McIntyre shouting at Jeff, "It's over." And he now has him up into the powerbomb position. Buckle bomb through the table. McIntyre just standing over the man who cost him a week of his career with that minor concussion. And a week in the WWE is a month's worth of a paycheck. And McIntyre making sure Hardy suffers. And again with those chair shots. Oh, and again to the midsection. That chair is covered with the blood of Hardy. And I'm sure Drew intends to hang that chair in his man cave alongside the championship belt that he plans on keeping when this is all said and done. McIntyre with a second table, looking to make sure that Hardy does not get back up. Hardy is barely there. His body is bruised and battered. And that is not going to stop McIntyre whatsoever as he swings him over and plants him face first into the mat. McIntyre is like a maestro, and TLC is his orchestra of destruction. Jeff Hardy is struggling to keep it together as his hopes of reclaiming the championship is getting slim by the second. Oh, bouncing off the face. That ladder bouncing off the face of Hardy. Now Drew taking his time to ascend to the top as if he knows he's won. But don't take your eyes off Jeff. Jeff with a little payback on McIntyre by kicking the ladder out of the way. McIntyre dains and Hardy catches him into the electric chair. The pain and the brutality these men are putting their bodies through, all for that coveted Intercontinental Championship, is beyond me. McIntyre struggling to his feet. Hardy shaking his head, but he knows what he has to do. Twist of hate. Hardy knows he has to be quick about this because Drew will probably not be down for long. Wait, what? Come on, Jeff, think about this. Or what am I saying? It's Jeff Hardy. He's crazy. Oh! Hardy with a moonsault off the ladder, but McIntyre got his knees up. McIntyre is pissed off now. He has him in his clutches. Celtic slam. McIntyre shouts fun times are over, and he might be right. McIntyre with the blood of Hardy on his fist, and he locks him up. Future shot DDT. McIntyre is on the cusp of retaining the Intercontinental title. But hold on. McIntyre stops in his tracks as he probably feels that he can't keep Hardy down for long. What is he doing? McIntyre, he has another table, setting it up at ringside as Jeff Hardy slowly coming to. Hardy is out of it, and McIntyre hanging Hardy up over the top rope, and now he's making Hardy kiss the ladder by bouncing his head off of one of the rungs. McIntyre scoops him up into a powerbomb position, but nope, he switches it up briefly. Oh, and he hangs him up throat first off the top rope. McIntyre is dismantling Hardy, and it's beginning to become uncomfortable to watch. Drew is not done yet. Come on, think about what you're doing, Drew. McIntyre has Hardy up, looking to powerbomb through the table. Oh! Hardy's head bouncing off the edge of the table, causing one of the legs to give way. Drew not letting the table not break and stop him. Hooking the arms again. Future drop DDT, but this time on the floor. Jeff Hardy is out cold. Drew McIntyre is on the verge of leaving Brooklyn still the Intercontinental Champion. He has him in his grasp. Drew What the hell? What the hell? It's Matt Hardy! Matt Hardy is in Brooklyn, and he's staring into the eyes of the man who injured him in the first place. Jeff's brother Matt is on top of the ladder. Look at the pride McIntyre away. Oh, twist of fate from the top of the ladder through the table. Half the crowd is chanting, "This is awesome." The other is chanting, "Holy, you know what?" Matt Hardy is back, and he just cost Drew McIntyre the Intercontinental Championship. Jeff Hardy is coming too. He doesn't even know what just happened. The Hardy boys are back together here in Brooklyn. And now Matt is encouraging his younger brother to finally get what he has been craving ever since he lost it. Hardy is on the cusp of reclaiming the Intercontinental Championship. Whoa, what the hell? Oh! Matt Hardy just pushed his own brother off the ladder. Why? Why did Matt Hardy just push his own flesh and blood off of a ladder? I thought he was here to help his brother win the title. What the hell is going on? Look, McIntyre with a Claymore. McIntyre taking advantage of this confusing situation. And now the field is clear for the Scottish Destroyer. Oh, as he tossed Matt Hardy to the floor. It is clear for him to claim his prize, the coveted Intercontinental Championship. But why did Matt Hardy just cost his brother the championship? Is he gonna win? This crowd is stunned. McIntyre did it. Drew McIntyre is still your Intercontinental Championship. This match saw many twists and turns, including this moment where McIntyre powerbombed Hardy through a ladder, a move where I thought Hardy was down for the count, but that would not prove to be the case, as well as this little throwback, a callback to WrestleMania 17 saw McIntyre spear Hardy, who was dangling from the championship, but this saw Matt Hardy get a little payback on Drew for what he did to him a number of weeks ago when Matt hit a twist of fate. But this right here, this threw us all off, and a Claymore kick to Matt Hardy to make sure the field was clear so that he could retain hold of the Intercontinental title.
WWE Intercontinental Champion, Drew McIntyre.
The crowd is in complete shock, and so am I. The Sky's Destroyer reigns supreme at SummerSlam, and it looks like Mr. What the hell? Oh, some nerve. Shawn Michaels wants to promote change with this rebellion, but all I see is someone trying to take this company hostage. Well, that is still to come tonight. But also tonight, we will crown another undisputed champion but this time for the women's division, as the best from Raw and Becky Lynch battles the best from SmackDown Live and Asuka. Neither woman touched each other on this road, but their messages were loud and clear. Someone is leaving Brooklyn on top of the entire division. But this next match might not be for the squeamish. Two brothers, no more. They battled before in the past, but this one feels different. Initially unsanctioned, but not anymore. It's Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins in an I Quit match. The blackout stomp to Rhino and the count of 1, Seth Rollins has retained the United States Championship. Aiden English is attacking Seth Rollins. Come on, ref, get him out of here. Seth Rollins, hey, wait a minute, Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins' cheer brother, it's Roman Reigns. He does, and Roman Reigns with a spear. And now Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns are celebrating in the ring. And oh, wait a minute, oh my God. What the hell? What the hell are you doing? Stop! No! Oh my God!
You seen the footage. That's what happens. I'm back!
Oh my God! The Triple H! It will be Seth Rollins versus Roman Reigns in an I Quit match at SummerSlam!
You want that ruthless bastard? You want that soulless guy who will do whatever it takes to get what he wants? Is that who you want?
As you just saw on the replays, I'm not messing around tonight.
Oh my God! The Brotherhood is dead and buried. Rollins, Reigns, someone is best to say, I quit. The time is now. Once members of the Shield, Rollins is the reason they voted the first time for selfish reasons, but tonight is not about brotherhood. It's about revenge against the man who cost him 2 months of his career. The atmosphere has changed. The brotherhood has been dead and buried. Seth Rollins is here to invade the Roman Empire and burn it down. He has called himself the Iron Man of the WWE, and 2 months ago at King of the Ring, that iron was compromised as Roman Reigns did the unthinkable. He speared Rollins in two and severely injured him the following week on SmackDown Live by powerbombing him on top of steel steps, which forced him to surrender the United States Championship. This match, I should say this fight, is not about championships. It's about finally settling an old score. And at Judgment Day, Rollins has claimed that he will burn down the entire bloodline of Roman Reigns. And what better way to make that proclamation true than by forcing the big dog in the yard to quit in front of this sold-out crowd and those of you watching around the world. Rollins has been on fire ever since being medically cleared to compete, and tonight I'm sure he will give his very best to leave with the bragging rights of being the man who forced Roman Reigns to say, I quit. Rollins licking his chops, anxiously awaiting for the Big Usos' arrival, and I can't wait for this war to get underway. But this man, however, has gone through a major mental shift. He's no longer for the people. He's no longer aiming to please anyone but himself and his family. And in his words, he broke away from the falsehood of brotherhood. The former WWE champion making Rollins wait, who has been waiting for months. And there he is, Roman Reigns, a man on a mission to, quote, command the respect to return to his family name. But in my opinion, the way he has gone about it is all wrong. Or should I say, Rikishi basically poisoned Reigns' mind as if for years we haven't respected the family. You can't deny the focus and the desire of Reigns. I don't agree with his attitude as of late, but in his own way, he has been getting the job done. And his final obstacle is his former brother-in-arms. And he believes when all is said and done, everyone in this arena, everyone at home, will have to finally respect his family and usher the complete respect that he deserves. And oh wait, Rollins wasting little time. and he's looking to gain his pound of flesh. Use the hashtag #IQuitMatch in the comment sections and give your bold predictions down in the live chat. Brothers no more. It's revenge versus respect. The only way to stop this entire match is by forcing your adversary to say those two dreadful words. And the last I checked, both men are extremely prideful. Oh, bouncing him off the barricade. Rollins unleashing months of frustrations. He has been waiting to get his hands on Reigns straight up since King of the Ring. And tonight, in front of this sold out crowd, he can do just that. Oh, Reigns not messing around either. Long gone is the smiling, fan-friendly big dog. He's more ruthless and calculated than ever before. And Rollins is paying the heavy price. Earlier tonight, we saw the Usos make an immediate impact following their suspension, taking out the new Undisputed Tag Team Champions. Oh, Reigns continuing the new attitude with that massive spear. Roman Reigns is mocking this incensed Brooklyn crowd. I'm starting to think this match should have remained unsanctioned. I can clearly feel the brutality that's about to take place right now. Reigns continuing the onslaught as if either man never were brothers in the first place. He took out the likes of Jason Jordan and that fake version of Dean Ambrose as a sickening way to send a message to Seth Rollins. Oh, bouncing him up. This version of Roman Reigns will not leave until he breaks the Kingslayer spirit with that uppercut. That roar that you just heard of Reigns hyping himself up because he knows that he cannot afford to lose and to not utter those disgusting words, the words that will be in forever in history. And a day, Reigns with a fury of lariats. Reigns will beat those words out of his former tag team partner. Oh wait, Rollins trying to stay in this fight. Rollins hanging Reigns at every word, I should say. And now he's hanging him up underneath the bottom rope, forcing Reigns to grab his throat, because that kind of impact on the throat can interrupt your breathing cycle. Reigns. Oh, Reigns came out of that alone with that situation, and now he's to the top. But no, Rollins caught him, bouncing him down, sending him back down the hard way. Reigns was in a rare position, and he took advantage. Said Rollins with that spinning heel kick, almost knocking his teeth out. Now I understand Reigns owes nothing to Seth, but for selfish reasons, Rollins single-handedly destroyed the Shield to join the Authority faction, and on a constant basis stole pretty much all of Roman's moments with the WWE Championship. But to go to the level of brutality Reigns did with Seth was unheard of. And speaking of brutality, now entering the kendo stick, getting hit with that will leave your skin heavily bruised for days. Oh, I've never been hit with one, but I heard some interesting stories, and Rollins doing whatever it takes to get the job done. Oh, right out the face. Rollins is possibly looking to this figure, the Hobbs and Shaw-like movie looks of Reigns, just like the Big Goose took 2 months of his career. And Reigns not taking anything lightly as he connects with a shot to the midsection, and no. Choking the life out of Rollins with that kendo stick in the corner. And there is nothing the official can do about it. Reigns with a big boot. What a night it's been so far. We have new Undisputed Tag Team Champions in Sanity and Tyler Breeze. Mr. Money in the Bank. Rollins with the jackpot. Oh, to the side of the face with that drop kick. As both men take a gamble with their careers and their pride to force the other man to quit. Oh! Cracking that stick off the skull of Reigns in the corner. And now with his own form of payback by choking the life out of Roman and hopefully the rage out of the former WWE Champion. Rollins saying, nah, we ain't done yet. And that is clearly the case, because everything Rollins had to endure on his road back from suffering serious internal injuries at the hands of his former brother. I use that term lightly, in Reigns with the flying lariat, but he didn't get all of it, mind you. I'm sure the fatigue is starting to set in this stage in the I Quit match. Reigns sending Rollins to crashing and burning to the floor as this sold-out crowd showers the head man of the bloodline with their opinions. And Reigns, well, he could honestly care less. Reigns came out alone without his uncle and his cousins, looking to make sure that his message is loud and clear. Power bomb on the outside. Reigns is looking to make sure his former brother suffers dearly, making my statements of his change in attitude true. He's now more cold and calculating. He likes to get in your head before breaking your face. This fight has now spilled to the top of our staging area. I dread to think what these two incredible athletes will have in mind. Oh, kick to the midsection. Now he hooks the arms and now snapping them up into the power bomb. Oh, no. Reigns is going to power bomb off the stage. He won't ever recover if this happens. Rollins is fighting out of it. If Reigns wants to power bomb his opponent off the stage, his back, among other things, would have been broken. And that notion seems to piss off Rollins as he's sending Reigns towards the stage. But Roman able to drop himself, all that weight down so he could fall on the stage instead, and this enziguri to the back of the head. This entire moment had my heart racing a little bit, and now they are heading back towards this way, back towards the ring, and Rollins is sure as hell fired up. As I was saying earlier, Reigns came out alone without his uncle and his cousins to boot, but I'm sure they're watching somewhere in this arena. Make sure that Reigns does not, and I repeat, does not quit. And now Reigns, oh, Rollins bouncing him off the barricade, and he's not done just yet. The elevation on the second one, just like the intensity of the architect, continues to elevate as long as Reigns is still in on this fight. Well, now Rollins with a steel chair. Yep. We know what he can do with that chair, from destroying the Shield to recently taking out the Usos. With his back against the wall, Rollins will bring out everything to make sure that Roman Reigns quit. Shades to June 2014 with a little more disdain as he cracks. Oh! Kick to the midsection as he cracked that steel against the flesh of Reigns. You can see the rage and disdain towards Reigns in the eyes of Seth Rollins. As I stated, he's unleashing that right now. Oh, and wait, Roman is up, staring into the eyes of the man he meets, and meets him with a European uppercut. An uppercut, cutting his momentum short. Superman punch. That definitely stopped the momentum of Rollins. Oh, bouncing his shoulder off the post. The same shoulder that was slightly injured at King in the Ring during the attack by Reigns. And now planting the face. Oh, and bouncing him face first off the LED post. Reigns taking his time. Not once did either man ask if the other wants to quit, because they want to destroy each other. That might have destroyed his rib cage. A wicked spear on the outside. Rollins is out of it. Sending him back inside the ring. Reigns knows what he's doing at this point. Now in the corner, stalking his prey, possibly looking for yet another spear. No! Wait, the DDT. Rollins used his own momentum against him, countering the spear into the DDT. Roll through. Super kick. Rollins now demanding the official to ask Reigns if he quits. Well, that speaks volumes. The match continues as Rollins strikes Reigns, who just told him to, well, you know. Rollins going to make sure Roman regrets not ending this. Blackout stomp. The same move that won Rollins his first WWE Championship. Ironically pinning the man he's in a war with right now to win it. Rollins demands that Reigns quit, and the official is there to ask. Well, he just changed his mind. I guess he's not done dishing out punishment to the man who turned his back on the brotherhood they shared once upon a time. Rollins pulling out everything. Ripcord knee. Rollins saying, you won't quit, I'll make you quit. Seth Rollins to the top, where he's most comfortable. Moonsault into the splash. The official is pleading for Rollins to let him ask him, and Seth saying, not yet. These two men despise the other. Swing and a miss. Oh, kick to the midsection. Spear! Rollins had the opportunity, but his emotions continues to get the best of him. Speaking of emotions, Reigns is livid, and now he's going to take it out. And he's looking to take it out on Rollins and the Big Oos with lariats back to back. Duck and a miss, followed up with a flying version. Reigns shaking his head, saying he should have put him down when he had the chance. And now Reigns with the steel chair, and he's far beyond snapping. He snapped that King of the Ring. This is just the icing on the cake. Reigns treating Rollins like a roach you find in a week-old food and squashing him like a bad habit. Oh! Rollins reaching for the ropes. Did you see the pain in the eyes of the architect as those steel chair shots rained on his back and spine? And now Reigns parading around with Rollins. Oh, and the snake eyes. Reigns again with a steel chair, saying this is his trophy. Oh! Targeting the previously repaired legs and knees of Rollins. Rollins quick on his feet, but not quick enough as that chair cracks off the skull of Rollins. And oh, look, it looks like we're seeing red as that shot split Rollins open right in the middle of the forehead. And now, believe it or not, I have to think Reigns is smart on this one. Target the wound and force Rollins to quit the hard way, as if this entire match, oh come on. No respect for the authority, but can you expect anything else? Oh, Rollins got out of that. Oh, with a knife edge chop, got him in the corner, back on it. Oh, but Reigns, oh, with an uppercut. That momentum was brief as Reigns continued to unleash. Oh no, shades of the visual from this past edition of SmackDown Live, and now the Ring of Saturn locked in. Will Rollins give it up? Will he quit? The crowd here, as I'm sure you are at home, trying to keep Rollins in this. Oh, you can't get any more blunt in regards to this thing, the hatred between these two. Rollins breaks free, and now he's gained a second wind in him. Oh, sending Reigns crashing with that kick. And now, full speed ahead, sending Reigns crashing and burning here at ringside, but you can see that he's still clearly in pain as he makes his way to the top. Rollins stalking Reigns as he scrambles around at ringside. Oh, Reigns at the last moment gets out of the way. And another wicked spear. That spear just broke Seth Rollins in half. And now Reigns has something clearly in mind. Look at the eyes of that disturbed individual. And now he's clearing the Spanish announce table. We know what Reigns can do with announce tables, flashing back to what he did at King of the Ring. Oh, he powerbombed him through that announce table, and he looks to do it again. Slam onto the table. Oh, the table did not break, but I'm sure that his spine is crying in agony right now. Reigns roaring as he stalks a groggy Rollins. Superman, but no! Rollins blocked it. Rollins, ripcord knee strike again. A bloody Rollins has that crazed look in his eyes. And you have to believe that he is fighting for his life here. Setting Reigns up, bouncing him off the announce table, and now he's setting him up. Well, this is sure to break it. Falcon arrow through the announce table. That old saying, if you live by the sword, you die by the sword, is coming true. Reigns is out cold. Rollins possibly looking for something else under the ring to take it to Reigns and to make him suffer. And what the hell? Jey Uso. I shouldn't be surprised. It was only a matter of time before we saw the bloodline get involved. This is sure to be some form of payback for the steel chair shots that took them out a number of weeks ago. And in the ring is Jay's brother Jimmy, who was obviously drunk with excitement after what they did to the tag team champions earlier tonight. Uso splash on a weakened Seth Rollins. Now Jimmy telling Jay to get in the ring as they single off Rollins, giving Reigns time to recover. Oh, what the hell? Alexander Wolfe out of nowhere taking the fight to Jey Uso on the outside. But wait, look over to the other side. The Beast of Belfast full speed ahead on Jimmy. Sanity is here for payback. In a way, even in the odds for Rollins, not because they have to, but because they hate the Usos for what they did earlier tonight after their match. This crowd can't believe what they're seeing. Sanity taking the fight to the Usos and Killian. What the hell are you doing? Come on, he's coming over here. And he's got pure destruction in his mind and in his eyes, in those cold, dead eyes. Dain now has Jimmy Uso in his clutches, and I'm sure he's looking to maintain his pound of flesh. The official don't know what to make of it. He's trying to maintain order, but I doubt you can. Oh, no. Come on. Choke slam! Choke slam through the announce table. Sanity with the last laugh on the Usos. Oh, a spear out of nowhere on Dain. Roman has recovered from the Falcon Arrow through the announce table. Alexander Wolfe has no idea what's coming behind him. Spear on Wolfe. The Big Oos has had enough, as now he has hit Seth Rollins back in his sight. A bloody Seth Rollins struggling to stay in this one and get on his feet. Rollins in the drop zone. A spear, no, a pedigree on the leg of the steel chair. When's the last time we saw Rollins use the pedigree? Rollins is in a fight of his life. Rollins setting Reigns up again. Blackout stop. The passion, the desire pouring from the veins of Seth freaking Rollins. Making his sentiments known. Kick to the midsection, and now Rollins looking for the vertical. No, Reigns with a knee to the wound, and now he's got Rollins reeling and uppercut floors the architect. Reigns brushing off the pedigree and now walking around with Rollins again, as if he's saying this is his trophy. Samoan drop. His obsession but putting respect back into his bloodline, his family. Has alienated him from everyone in that locker room outside of the Usos and his uncle Rikishi. Oh no, Reigns now with the steel steps. The same steps that aided Reigns in putting Rollins on the shelf for 2 months. Come on, Roman. Think about it. Come on. Come on, don't do this. Oh, a sickening power bomb on top of the steel steps. Reigns with a disgusting smile on his face as Rollins is clutching his back. But Reigns doesn't really care. Oh, come on, Roman. Don't do this again. Oh, man, again. On the steps, he is looking to cripple the Architect. What the hell? Rollins just kept up. Reigns can't believe his eyes, and Rollins has to be going up on adrenaline. Sling blade. Looking to blade his way through the bloodline. Oh, and speaking of the bloodline, the cameras don't see him, but I do. Here comes the boss behind the bloodline, Rikishi. And Rikishi, and oh, Rollins not taking any chance with that tope on Rikishi. And Rollins is making sure he is not a permanent factor in the outcome of this war. Oh, but Rikishi won't be overpowered. He's a Hall of Famer for a reason. These two had an impromptu match on SmackDown Live this past week, which turned out to be a setup for Reigns to get the jump on Rollins. And tonight, Rikishi is making sure his nephew gets the upper hand, again sending him bouncing into the barricade. Rikishi now with another kendo stick, and there is nothing the official can do about this. He might still have his vest on, but Rollins has to be having some bruises underneath with all these chair shots, and now the bamboo connecting to the flesh. That last one connected off the face, but oh! Rollins has had enough with that high knee strike. Finishing touches. Ripcord knee. Rollins will not stop until he burns down the bloodline and forces Reigns to say, I quit. The roadblocks are down and now, oh! Caught him with a sickening spear. Reigns caught Rollins in midair with a spear. And now Reigns has Rollins right where he wants him. How is Rollins still able to stand? Not for long though, as Reigns connects with another spear. Reigns standing over his fallen adversary. Oh, classy. But Reigns added insult to injury. Kick to the midsection. And now he's applying the rings of Saturn again. You have to commend Rollins for not wanting to quit. But you have to think about your long-term health. Being in this move. Oh, come on, Seth. Being in this move will place heavy damage on your shoulders, including the rotator cuff. Come on, Seth. There is no shame in giving this up. Think about your health, Seth. Knowing Rollins, he will not quit. Oh, look at the rage in the eyes of Roman Reigns. He is sick. He is not stopping until Rollins gives up. Oh, this is getting hard to watch. He quits. He quits. Come on, Roman, let him go. Did you hear what Seth said? I think Roman separated his shoulder. Classy, Roman. But we know you didn't do this on your own, and there you see the arrival of the Usos proved to slow down Rollins, but the sudden and shocking arrival of Sanity looking for payback, and that choke slam through the announce table was something brutal, but not as brutal as this. Rollins turning that spear into a pedigree. a move we haven't seen the Architect use in over a year. Rollins tried his best to stay in the fight, but I believe that the arrival of Rikishi brought all of this for Rollins to an end, even though he took him out with a dive through the ropes and he survived a kendo stick to the face to deliver a ripcord knee strike. It was that move right there, a spear in midair, followed up by another one, and then the Rings of Saturn submission forcing Rollins to utter the words, "I quit." The carnage, the destruction of this match is breathtaking. In the end, the message of Roman Reigns stands. You will have no choice but to... What the... I'm sorry, but you will have no choice but to respect the bloodline. What is going on, guys? What's going on? I apologize for that, ladies and gentlemen, but there you see, exiting his locker room, the man who was within inches of becoming Mr. Money in the Bank. Tough loss, Andrade. Hold your head up. Oh, wait, what the hell is this? Zack Ryder is assaulting Andrade, who was clearly not 100% after that ladder match. Come on, Ryder, enough's enough. Watch out for that breaker box. Oh my, what the? Am I back on? Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Luckily, we have a backup generator that should last, but can you believe what we just witnessed? That scum, Zack Ryder, assaulted a clearly banged up Andrade, tackling him into that breaker box. Luckily, personnel was able to rush to the situation, and Andrade is headed to a local medical facility because those sparks clearly burned him, and we will provide an official update on the Phantom site as soon as we can get more information. Disgusting. I hope The Rock puts an end to this group once and for all later tonight. And there you see a clearly bandaged up Samoa Joe preparing for his WWE Championship match next. He's clearly still hurting from that crash and burn off the stage courtesy of, wait a minute, Shinsuke Nakamura is here. Still clearly injured, the former WWE Champion Shinsuke Nakamura wishing Samoa Joe luck tonight and making it clear that they have unfinished business, talking about that time in the UK. But now it is time to crown a brand new WWE Champion. And the first man to enter is the Samoan submission machine, Samoa Joe. Joe is walking, and he's focused on getting pure payback on the man who left him laying on this past edition of Monday Night Raw when Bray Wyatt interfered in the tornado-style tables elimination match between John Cena and that man, taking on the Rebellion's Young Bucks, Chad Gable and Zack Ryder. And when it looked like Joe was about to put Ryder to sleep, the lights went out and came back on, and Joe was assaulted by Wyatt, and he was thrown off the stage, crashing and burning through the production crew's table. Earlier this week, I visited Joe to see where his head is at, and he admitted that he's in pain, so he's going to have to be quick and brutal. But that's going to be easier said than done, and that's why the former three-time WWE champion has been on a tear ever since losing the title at Judgment Day. He even exiled one of his members for failing him inside the steel cage. But tonight, he has to focus on the wounded Samoa Joe. No full entrance, no fireflies. Wyatt wants that WWE Championship, his holy grail, back. And tonight, he has that opportunity. Use the hashtag WWE Championship in the comment section to discuss this match and give your predictions down in the live chat. One man will leave with the richest prize in World Wrestling Entertainment, Joe Wyatt. The bell can't ring soon enough. And here we go. Joe with the death stare and Wyatt trying to get in the head of Joe. And Joe not backing down with that running boot to the face. Joe not playing games. Oh, Joe going for the early, the clutch. The Coquila clutch is locked in. Joe said Wyatt he wanted to make me quick and brutal. Is he going to keep his promise? Oh man, Wyatt just tapped. Joe is the new WWE champion in convincing fashion.
Here is your winner and the new WWE champion, Samoa Joe.
30 seconds. Samoa Joe just won the WWE Championship in record time, I believe. Joe. What the hell now? It's Bo Dallas. What? Are we witnessing the end of Bray Wyatt? What a night it's been so far, and we are far from done, because still to come, that man, the self-proclaimed Mr. Career Killer, will put his world title on the line against this year's King of the Ring winner, Braun Strowman. That's our co-main event of the evening, but coming up next, we will find out who the top woman is in all of WWE. Raw's Becky Lynch will battle SmackDown Live's undefeated Empress Asuka. The winner will leave Brooklyn as the undisputed WWE Women's Champion. It's the Kimura versus the Asuka Lock. The time is now upon us. We are a breath away from crowning the undisputed WWE Women's Champion. And here comes Raw's dominant Women's Champion, Becky Lynch. The crowd is split down the middle for this one. Some are pro Becky, the other are pro Asuka. For months, Becky has run through everyone from Sasha Banks to Nikki Bella to Ember Moon, and tonight she has one more giant task to accomplish, and that is to hand Asuka her first loss ever since coming up from NXT. And for weeks these women never touched, looking to crack each other's mental stability headed into this showdown. And now it's time to shut up and fight. The atmosphere is indescribable. The last kicker patiently waiting for what's to come. And that is, the Empress? What the hell is going on? I can't explain what is happening right now, ladies and gentlemen. What the hell is this? Oh, you gotta be kidding me! Once upon a time, she was known as this destructive force all over the world, simply known as Kana. And for one night only, Asuka is embracing her former self, and she's bringing Kana to SummerSlam. And if you've done your homework, Asuka is indeed dangerous. But can you imagine what Kana brings to the table?
And her opponent, from Osaka, Japan, Asuka.
She was once called the Skull Reaper early in her career, infamous for kicking people's heads clean off and causing long-term neck issues. Becky will have to have done her homework if she looks to survive and overcome the Empress of Tomorrow. Oh my God. That mask, it speaks volumes in regards to the mood of the SmackDown Women's Champion. And in just a heartbeat, one of these incredible athletes, these indescribable competitors will light up the Barclays Center as the undisputed Women's Champion. And that's what it's all about. No longer will there be two divisions. One of these women will leave as the top woman in the WWE. Use the hashtag Women's Championship to discuss this. 30 minutes on the clock. Will these women go the distance? I believe so, to leave with the strap. And here we go. Neither woman is backing down from this one. And the lockup, the official. Yep, the official's going to have to step in, because the only way this can go down is by pinfall or submission. It would be a shame for this to end any other way. Lock up again, and Becky pushing Asuka into the ropes once more. And the look in the eyes of the Empress as the clean break happens is slightly kind of terrifying. Third time's the charm. And Asuka gains the advantage this time, slamming Becky into the mat with the transition to the headlock. But the quickness of Becky trapping her opponent between her legs, looking to cut off the circulation. Asuka breaks free and back into the headlock. Both of these prideful women looking to continue their mental mind games early on. But Becky breaks free again, and now Asuka backing Becky, sending her off the ropes. Asuka sidesteps her, and looks like she might have raked the eyes. I don't know. Stop to the chest plate. Barrier. Caving that in will be detrimental to Becky's breathing cycle. Asuka quickly establishing that Becky needs to be aware of what's about to go down. Sending her off the ropes, ducking out of the way, and snapping her by the arm with the drag, and the Empress standing tall in the center of her empire. But knowing someone the likes of Becky, she would not take the kindly to this visual tilt-a-whirl DDT. Asuka not letting Becky find her footing, looking to put this one away early, barely a 1 count. Asuka immediately smiled at this fact because she has the opportunity to continue her onslaught. Becky caught her. Oh! That boot to the side of the head. The same woman who is one of the only few to hold both the Raw and SmackDown Women's Championship in history would like to add the distinction of being a woman to hand Asuka her first loss in this high-stake matchup, sending Asuka to the ringside with that stiff kick. Becky not letting her breathe too long with that flying fist to the side of the skull. Becky has to the count of 10 to get this back inside if she wants to leave with the title, sending her bouncing off the LED post. Becky knows what she needs to do to stop this version of Asuka, which is everything, and the kitchen sink. Now targeting that left shoulder, more than likely setting up for that Kimura lock, the same move she used to separate the shoulder of Emperor Moon back at King of the Ring. Oh, Becky has Asuka in a very rare position while targeting that left shoulder, stomping on it again. And stomping on it in that way could separate it. And again, she forcing it, snapping her over, targeting that leg with that leg drop. Still to come tonight, Big E Langston puts his World Heavyweight Championship on the line against the King of the Jungle, Braun Strowman, in a straight-up slugfest for the top prize on SmackDown Live. That showdown is one to see, to believe. I can tell you that. And Becky going for the DDT, but no, the quickness of Asuka on display as she tries to shake the feeling back in that shoulder. Becky has created a weakness, but not weak enough, as the force on that spinning fist was something still effective. And now Becky is still reeling. She might want to put her hands up if she knows what's good for her. Oh, Asuka missed that one with that forearm, as Becky did not miss that one. Becky still showing that she has a brain, because Asuka is not one to take lightly. All you have to do is stay on her. And Becky now targeting the arm again, an arm bar with the ropes, adding elevated pressure. The official is letting Becky know that she can't win the title that way, but she might be able to with this move. Hey! The overthrow suplex with that arm trapped behind her back. A little more damage might have been added to the arm of Asuka. Oh, Becky again stomping on the arm. But if you think about it, if Becky continues this onslaught on the arms, it could be hard for the Empress to lock in the devastating Asuka lock, which requires full functionality of the arms. Again with the stomp to the joint. Becky has something else in mind. 25 minutes on the clock. The winner of this match will have the distinction of being the woman on the main roster of WWE. DDT from the second rope by Becky, who has gone on record that she wants to end the myth, the legend of Asuka here tonight at SummerSlam. Becky with the chance, toying with the crowd. Splash to the lower back of Asuka. That impact could very well shift the location of the spine if hit often. Again, targeting the right arm, wearing and tearing it down so she can lock in either the Kimura lock or to disarm her. Stumping on that right shoulder. Asuka rolling through, sweeping the leg from under Becky, forcing her to go face first into the mat. Kick to the midsection. We know what's next. Hip attack. Might have gotten her in the face as well. Asuka on the verge of becoming undisputed women's champion here at SummerSlam. 3 not yet. Another look we've never seen before on the face of Asuka. Doubt. But she's got to have to keep that in check if she wants to win this one. Asuka not going to punt on the kick out for long as she now has Becky in position. Another DDT. Becky now probably scratching her head saying, what do I have to do? Well, survive. Asuka has her adversary in her sights. She's asking Becky to get to her feet. Drop kick, no, not quite, as Becky sidesteps her. Becky now has Asuka in a very unique position. Blinding her, and it looks like she might have landed on the bad arm in the process. Becky doing right. Stay on Asuka, and your chances of winning increases. And that right there increases it as well as Becky connects with the back exploder suplex. Becky on the verge of handing Asuka her first loss in the WWE. Not quite. Becky can't believe it. But like I said, you have to stay on her because Asuka will take advantage of your emotional state if you're not careful. Speaking of emotional state, The Rock is ready. Shawn Michaels is ready. Chains is in the air in that first encounter as Becky connects with that snake eyes. And now, Becky now forcing her knee into the back of Asuka and wrenching back on the neck. Can you imagine the bragging rights for Becky if she were to force the Empress to submit? But Asuka slips free during this exchange, much to the dismay of Becky. And now the fatigue is kicking in for both women, but Asuka is pushing through. Oh, and that kick to the temple. Becky is done at this point. And Asuka is now feeling it. She's psyching herself up. Oh, strike to the face. We all know a suit. Asuka locked in, but can she hold on to her grip with that bad arm? It appears so. Are we witnessing the end of the reign of Becky and the continuation of the reign of the Empress? What? When was the last time someone broke free of the Asuka lock? You might have to take that into account that she's working with a wounded wing at this point in the match, and now Becky wrestling down to the mat. Disarm her. Becky used the bad arm to her advantage, and now she might do the unthinkable and make Asuka tap out to disarm her. Submission. Asuka's gonna tap. She is thinking about it. That would be historic for Becky to force Asuka to tap. No, wait, not yet. Not as she slips out and pushes Becky away, but she's got to make it work with one arm at the moment. Heel kick, no, Becky blocks it and she targets the arm again. I kid you not. I have never seen Asuka in this state before, and Becky is holding her own against the most dominant NXT Women's Champion in history. Sleeper. Would you look at that? Becky has locked in the sleeper hold. Becky has found a way out of the Asuka lock and now has her deep in the sleeper. Asuka breaks free of the leg lock and now fighting her way out of the sleeper, followed up by an impressive drop kick. Yep. I speak predictions way into the future with 20 minutes on the clock. Asuka is psyching herself up. And oh wait, the bad arm connects with the lariat, and you can see it in her face. Becky still fights, but Asuka ducks in the super kick to the bridge of the nose. Asuka has Becky reeling, constantly swinging her over into the arm bar. Can she keep the grip with that bad arm? Becky was smart to target that limb because it's hard for Asuka to keep her grip, and she has to rely on her good arm. Becky is hanging on, and the crowd here in the Barclays Center cannot believe what they are seeing. And somehow Becky is still fighting. She's still keeping herself in this match. And now Becky fighting out of it as she breaks free of the arm bar. Repeated shots, but you can tell she feels it. And Asuka is about to feel this. Back exploder connects again. Becky is on a roll, and now she has that look in her eyes. That same look she had at Judgment Day last month. Yep, the Kimura lock on the good arm. That same move that separated the shoulders of Ember Moon, Carmella, just to name a few. Becky has gone through hell and high water tonight, and she will not leave until she is holding Asuka's arm and that women's title in her arms and on her shelf for display. How is Asuka doing this? How is she withstanding the Kimura lock this long? Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Asuka just broke free of the Kimura lock, and Becky can't believe what she's seeing. Both women are spent, but Asuka with a little more in the tank with those kicks. Spinning heel kick. That one might have knocked Becky unconscious. Asuka continues her onslaught, but I can now confirm that Seth Rollins has suffered a separated shoulder following that brutal I Quit match, and his time on the shelf will be given at a later date. But the fact that Asuka didn't suffer a separated shoulder during that Kimura lock is beyond me. Proves how tough that woman is. A spent Asuka. As I've stated, the fatigue is kicking in. Asuka now has Becky on top. Clearly worn out at this point. Asuka follows suit, and now she's looking to send Becky's world crashing down like a DUI charge with that superplex from the top. Both women have been going for nearly 15 minutes, and it might be over right here. Asuka with a unique pin. Asuka to become Undisputed Champion. Becky gets out at 2. Asuka not letting her recover. Oh, kick to the midsection to prove my point. Hip attack again. This one might have snatched the soul. The crowd coming to their feet in respect as Asuka is once again unleashing those kicks on the last kicker. How is Becky withstanding those repeated shots to the skull? I guess because she is one tough Irish woman. Asuka to the top in rare form, but because of what's at stake. Nobody home. Again, Becky taking advantage. Kimura lock in again. Is Becky on the cusp of being the first woman to hand Asuka her first defeat, her first loss in the WWE? Nope. As Asuka rolls through again, at this point you have to question, what will they have to do? Both women have given their best, and it wasn't enough as now they exchange blows. It's as if they are begging each other to hit the other. What are these women? What are they even made of? Asuka again. Asuka is left reeling. Asuka sidesteps Becky, sending her into the corner. Asuka is now begging, demanding Becky to bring it. And Becky is surely going to bring it. These women have been going at it for nearly 15 minutes. Oh, straight. And neither woman wants to quit whatsoever. And that kick to the side of the cranium. Becky is out cold. Asuka is shouting at Becky, the last person to take Asuka to her limit like that. And it's someone Becky knows very well in Ember Moon. Russian leg sweep. Asuka is well spent, but she is staying in this fight. And now Asuka snap suplex, looking to finally put Becky away after that brutal onslaught of kicks. And 3, not just yet. The doubt I was talking about earlier is creeping back into Asuka. She's looking to risk it all to become Undisputed Women's Champion, and that right there proves my point. Asuka from the top, knee drop from the top rope. Asuka is at that point. She needs to do everything she can because Becky is not going down just yet. Oh, Becky's neck being bent back like that. And now she's bending her back now. Asuka didn't make sure she was far enough away from the rope. to prevent that rope break. And now Asuka continuing her fight. Both of these women are well spent. What a match this has been so far. And Asuka sending Becky crashing to the outside, pulling out all the stops to make sure she leaves as the Undisputed Women's Champion. Dive sending Becky crashing into the barricade. I hate to admit it, but a dangerous Asuka is even more dangerous when she's injured, and she's turning that doubt into pure rage. Oh, that back coming into play, bouncing her back off the barricade, and now Asuka carrying around. Whoa, like I said, the back is coming into play again. Oh, and Becky not letting her rest at all. Becky desperately wants to break the streak of the Empress, and she might just do that. Oh, not quite. Asuka escapes again, and into the snap suplex. This crowd firmly behind both women at this point in the game, and I don't blame them. Asuka looking to make Becky tap one more time as she has both the arm and the neck trap, adding suffering pressure to the lower back. Oh, look at her wrenching back. But Becky fights out of it again with repeated elbows. Asuka is reeling again. Oh, a straight shot to the face. And Becky with the German. But she's not done as she's maintaining her grip. Oh, man! Becky just turned Asuka inside out with that lariat. Becky now to the top, shouting at Asuka that this is how you do it. Connecting with the elbow drop. Shades of Shawn Michaels, who's still battling the Rock earlier tonight. Becky to become Undisputed Champion, not just yet. Not on Asuka's watch, and she kicks out at 2. The doubt is now creeping into the mind of Becky. Like I said about Asuka, Becky is going to have to shake the doubt and stay on her if she wants to leave as champion. Becky going for the disarm her. Again, no. Asuka fighting out of it as if she wants, as she's a dangerous woman in the Asuka lock. Asuka has Becky in the Asuka lock again. Both of these women have given it everything they have and more. Becky is beginning to fade. Will she stay in this? Becky somehow fighting out of it. She's staying in it, and Asuka did it. Asuka is the Undisputed Women's Champion. What a match. Becky has nothing to be ashamed of. She brought her very best, and Asuka sure as hell brought her very best and then some. But let's talk about that. Not one, but 2 times. We saw Asuka break free of the Kimura lock, a move that kept Becky as champion this long. But this move right here proved Becky has one hell of a right arm. That lariat, turned Asuka inside out. But in the end, for the second time in this match, Becky was trapped in the Asuka lock. And unfortunately for the second time, Becky had no choice but to tap out.
Here is your winner and new WWE Women's Champion, Asuka.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, confirms it. She is no longer the Empress of Tomorrow. She is the undisputed Empress of the WWE. Hats off to both of these women. The spotlight was on them the brightest, and they delivered. Asuka continues to celebrate, and rightfully so. She is your undisputed WWE Women's Champion. Congratulations. What the hell? It's Sasha Banks. Sasha Banks is here, and she's in Brooklyn. We haven't seen the boss in over 3 months, and now she's come face to face with the new Women's Champion. And Sasha's saying, hang tight. What the? Oh, that's why she hasn't forgotten who put her on the shelf in the first place. Bank statement on the woman who separated her shoulder, among other injuries. That shoulder looks more than fine to me. A new look and a new attitude. This crowd is jacked. They can't believe that Sasha is back in the WWE. And she's choking the life out of the woman who cost her 3 months of her career. Sasha is back, and she's in the face of the new champion. You've got to believe the boss is eyeing the women's championship. Asuka, she knows this comes with the territory. This comes with being the only woman on top of the division. Sasha Banks is back, and she's aiming to be the best. Big E with a knee strike to the midsection. Langston, he's not making any friends in this one. And it appears we're not wasting any time to get this next championship match underway, because this is your co-main event of the evening, and it is for the heavyweight championship of the world. And this man, this monster, is hungry for his pound of flesh. Braun Strowman is here, and he's here for a fight. Strowman overcame the very best that SmackDown Live had to offer to win this year's King of the Ring tournament, which wasn't that much of a challenge if you ask me, or Strowman himself. But in a matter of moments, in just a heartbeat, the King of the Jungle looks to take the ultimate crown, and that is the World Heavyweight Championship. Strowman is foaming at the mouth, waiting for the man who's in some way, shape, or form caused Strowman to have a run-in with Aleister Black. And that man just had a run-in for the next challenger for the heavyweight championship. Big E Langston is laser focused and ready to tear into Strowman the same way he tore into Sami Zayn last month at Judgment Day and sent the underdog from the underground into early retirement. And speaking of retirement, I have breaking news. This past Thursday on SmackDown Live, Daniel Bryan came out of retirement to aid Kevin Owens, who has history with Langston. And at the next GDTV special, he returns to in-ring competition full-time, starting at WWE Worlds Collide Invasion, and his opponent will be named at a later date. What a night it has been tonight at SummerSlam. And we are not done just yet. Strap in your seats, because we had to make sure the ring was reinforced, because these two big men will not leave anything off the table. That's what it's all about. The heavyweight championship of the world. And this is going to be a big slugfest.
Introducing the challenger, weighing in at 385 pounds, Braun Strowman.
Strowman blames Langston for being left vulnerable for Aleister Black to strike weeks ago, and he's been on a rage ever since.
Introducing the champion, from Tampa, Florida, weighing in at 285 pounds, he is the World Heavyweight Champion, Big E.
The self-proclaimed Mr. Career Killer has been dominant ever since coming over to SmackDown Live this past June, overcoming the likes of Finn Balor and Sami Zayn. And tonight, in just an eye blink, he will have the task of attempting to overcome that mountain of a man, that angry monster. Strowman, Langston, give your bold predictions down in the live chat. 60-minute time limit. Winner leaves as the top dog on SmackDown Live. Let's get it on. Spear out of the gate. Langston looking to take a page out of Samoa Joe's playbook. He has Langston reeling. Excuse me, Strowman reeling. And a spear. Big E Langston looking to retain the World Heavyweight Championship. No, what? Not even a 2 count. Langston can't believe what he's seeing, and neither can I. Strowman just kicked out of 2 massive spears, and Big E is quickly understanding that he needs to do more to put down the monster. Oh, and another elbow drop. Strowman in a rare position, but can you believe he kicked out of 2 spears? And what? The strikes are barely phasing Strowman at this point, and that roar confirms it. Langston looking for something. He has the big man reeling, but no, Strowman is too much, and now Strowman looking to pick up where the 2 men left off when Langston left Strowman laying for a moment after a flying forearm to the outside on SmackDown Live. Oh, face first off the steps. Langston is in the area that best suits Strowman's desires. He's a monster, an animal, and the only thing that brings him pleasure is pure destruction and violence. Oh, swinging him around like a cruiserweight. But Strowman, he's going to have to bring him back inside the ring because the champion's advantage is in the favor of Langston. The only way to crown a new champion is by pinfall or submission. And the official can't do nothing really about it because Strowman is in for a fight. Both men slugging it out. Believe it or not, Strowman blames Langston for the attack at the hands of Aleister Black a number of weeks ago on SmackDown Live that left the King laying in the middle of the ring after 2 black mass kicks. And that Langston continues to deny, but didn't mind happening. Oh! That chop was sick. And speaking of sick, look at the power of Langston. Both of these men controlling the other as if they were smaller men. Langston now full speed ahead. Big splash! Langston to retain again. Not even the 2 count, barely a 1. The champion can't believe it. Spear! Oh! The official at the wrong place at the wrong time. But I doubt Langston is going for the cover just yet. And that's why. Oh, those knees to the slightly bruised rib cage of the monster. Again, Strowman kicks out at 1. I'm not even starting to question what he has to do to keep Strowman down for even a 2 count, let alone a 3. Langston trying his damnness to, in his words, skin the monster alive. All that might do is send his Strowman crashing into the ring post. Langston psyching himself out. He will do whatever he has to do, and he will do everything and more to retain the World Heavyweight Championship. Langston has Strowman in his clutches. Power bomb. Nope. Strowman is massive, and that proves it. Oh, sending him crashing into the corner. Strowman unleashing his rage, which is never ending, on Langston. Oh, thump to the chest. The champion is probably thinking of a plan B through Z, while Strowman's only plan is pure, utter destruction. Oh, bouncing the knee off the face off the knee. Strowman has Langston up. I'm glad the ring has been reinforced, because these 2 big men on the top rope is dangerous. Side slam from the second rope. And now a rejuvenated Strowman is looking to continue his assault on the big man with the big gold. And this is like a rematch between Thanos and the Hulk. And the Hulk is delivering his best shots to his adversary. Strowman has Langston by the throat. And a shot to the midsection, flooring the champion. Strowman about to walk around with Langston. Oh wait, the strength of the quickness of the champion. And the strength of Langston. Oh, knee to the lower back. The anticipation is thick because our main event will decide the very fate of the WWE in regards to management, as both The Rock goes one-on-one with Shawn Michaels for the first time ever. Can you imagine the status of this place if HBK becomes the commissioner? It is interesting indeed. Strowman in a very rare position. Oh, the strength of Langston. And he will let you know, showcasing his strength, and he won't hesitate to show it off. Langston has Strowman reeling again. And now Langston sending him to the rope. Full speed ahead, and oh, spear crash and burn goes Big E. And it looks like he hit his head on the way down. Can you believe the quickness of Strowman? Oh, and he's not done. Come on now. We just got these tables fixed after that I Quit match. But I'm sure you don't give a damn. Strowman not letting Langston take a beat, but he will give him a beating. And this proves it. Oh, come on. No. Choke slam through the announce table. You guys are right. This is awesome. Wait, Strowman might want to get him in the ring. The official at the count of 7. Oh, but Strowman just broke the count, forcing the official to restart the count. Langston barely moved. Now Strowman knows he has to get the big man back inside the ring if he plans to leave as the champion. And he does just that. Strowman has that look in his eyes. And yes, he's going for it. Running power slam. Strowman is a new world heavyweight champion. No, but he's not going for the cover just yet. I guess he wants to punish Langston further en route to leaving Brooklyn. That's the heavyweight champion. He's staring a hole in an unconscious Langston. And that proves my point. Oh! Strowman wants to make Langston suffer for leaving him laying not once, but twice in recent weeks. Oh! To that slightly injured head, because Langston did land on his head awkwardly. Strowman going for the power slam again, but no, Langston breaks free with that back elbow. And look at the eyes of the champion. And Langston is slightly confused, but Langston floors Strowman with a lariat and a back body drop the boot. And spine buster, the strength on display. If you questioned his strength at first, no need to question it now. Big splash! Langston is believing himself at this point. Shaking his head, still feeling the effects of crashing on the floor. Langston with the spear, no! Strowman sidesteps him big time. And Strowman has him in his clutches and has him up. Face first goes Langston. Are we on the cusp of a new world champion? Strowman has him up over his shoulder again. Power slam! Braun Strowman is your new heavyweight. What? Neither of these men want to stay down for the count. Langston saying he wanted to brush that. Oh, what? Come on. That's going to be slapped with a massive fly. Wait. Godson! What the hell is Carl Anderson doing? He just floored the monster with the cutter, a.k.a. the gun stun. But why? Langston, and a new official inside the ring. I don't think Big E knows what just happened. Oh, and a spear. He'll take a vulnerable Strowman any day. This has to be it. Big E Langston, what? Langston can't believe Strowman just kicked out. He's arguing with the official. Strowman just kicked out of a gun stun and a spear. If he knows what's good, he'll fix his face and keep the fight going against Strowman, because letting this man breathe longer than a second is catastrophic to your health. Langston with the lariat, sending Strowman crashing to the floor. Langston continues to give his best to Strowman, but the monster among men is absorbing everything and dishing it back. Oh, but Langston not going to back down just a bit. Oh, bouncing him off the barricade. Oh, the strength of Langston continues to impress me, but I'm still wondering why Carl Anderson ran out here and hit the gun stun on Braun Strowman. We saw that he had a run-in with Langston before this match, but I don't know. Referee at the count of 7, both men are back in the ring. But I know that looking in Langston's eyes. Oh, he can't do this. Oh, he is. The strength of Langston, big ending. Langston just hit a massive big ending on Braun Strowman. That big ending is the end of this match and to retain the heavyweight championship. Oh, man. Langston was in the fight of his life, and that right there is the first thing we saw. Not one, but two massive spears throughout the beginning of this slugfest, and it was believed that this moment right here was the beginning of the end of Langston in this match. He landed on his head, and if it wasn't that, this sure put it down for a good count. A massive monstrous choke slam through the announce table. But this, for some reason, Carl Anderson appeared out of nowhere and stunned Strowman with the gun stun, the cutter for the old school fans. After kicking out of another spear, Strowman wasn't able to kick out of this move. The big ending, the same move that brought him the heavyweight title.
And still, World Heavyweight Champion, Big E.
Love him or hate him, once again, Big E Langston survived the wrath of the monster and proclaimed himself as the king of the SmackDown jungle. The big man with the big gold proves he is the best at what he does. Long dead and gone is the Big E shaking his hips for fun. He's focused and hell-bent on being the best. And wait a minute. Anderson with payback with the gun stun. Believe it or not, it's starting to make sense. Carl Anderson made sure Langston won tonight because he believes he has a better chance against Big E than he does against Braun Strowman. Gun stun again. For good measure. He turned his back on his best friend. He's forced his tag team partner to walk away from SmackDown Live. Next month, when we return to pay-per-view, Carl Anderson has that one chance to shine on his own. Will he leave as the World Heavyweight Champion? Plan S. What does he mean, Plan S? Well, the next time we're back on pay-per-view, it will be for the inaugural event, WWE Ground Zero, live from Philadelphia. Ground Zero. Only the cold-blooded survives. The time is nearly upon us. And wait a minute. Did you hear that? The Rock wants Mr. McMahon to let this match with Shawn Michaels to have no restrictions, and I believe that the boss would allow that to happen. But the time has come. The time is upon us. One man obsessed with change in his own twisted way. The other just thirsty for putting his boot to someone's ass. The Rock, Shawn Michaels, for the first time ever in the WWE, it's win or go home for Shawn Michaels. This rebellion will rise or fall.
Sweet champ music.
I have come into this ring with one intention and one intention only, and that is to leave you people with something that you would never forget.
What did I just do? Oh my God! Somebody kick to the jaw, Nakamura. Oh my God, no! You have got to be kidding me. Oh my God! Zack Ryder. Oh no! Gabriel is attacking the Dain in his locker room. Oh God! Oh my God!
You asked The Rock to bring it. You bet you can't ask. The Rock will bring it. But The Rock says we make history. The Rock says we make the biggest matchup of all time. Let me be direct with you. We are completely opposite. We look different. We talk different. We fight different. But the truth is, we're very similar. But it doesn't change the fact. You will. Good God Almighty, you will. Smell what The Rock is cooking.
Just one more match.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, buckle your seatbelts because this is your main event of this broadcast. And for the first time in over a year, we will see Shawn Michaels in the middle of that ring competing with everything on the line.
The contest is a no disqualifications match. Making his way to the ring from San Antonio, Texas, weighing in at 227 pounds, the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels.
It's a sad thing to say, but this entire situation started not because Shawn was dropped on his head by a disgruntled superstar, but because, in the words of Shawn himself, he felt neglected and disrespected by the McMahon family for not checking on him during his recovery, and that pissed him off enough to start this rebellion against the status quo of this company. Hell, they even designed t-shirts to fit the mission statement. Shawn Michaels putting everything on the line, his career, his entire existence in the WWE. It's win or go home for HBK, and his adversary is focused on putting him down for the count for good, and that man is the great one.
Miami, Florida, weighing in at 265 pounds, The Rock.
Would you listen to this ovation for the People's Champion? The Rock demanded that this match basically has no restrictions, no rules. He wants to finish this thing once and for all, and can you blame him? Over the past month on screen, beforehand, off screen, a mysterious group attacked people, and he's not wasting any time. Full steam ahead. Rock wants his pound of flesh quickly because he knows somewhere what's left of this group is watching closely. Again, bouncing him off the table, and Rock has him up in an electric chair and plants him on the lower remedies of that back. And his history of back problems is very well documented. Send him into the ring to meet his fate. Oh, and the elbow to the face. The Rock is fired up. He left Chad Gable laying outside the arena at the conclusion of SmackDown Live, and that forehead is bandaged up due to the assault 6 nights ago. Scoop slam. Rock continuing his assault on Michaels' lower back. Rock isn't fighting for himself in this one. He's fighting for the company that shot him to the top of multiple industries, and Rock unleashing no. Shawn moves out of the way and plants him face first. There will be no time limits, no rules in this one. This is a straight up fight where it's win or go home for Shawn Michaels. The entire future of the WWE relies on the past one more time. Shawn continuing the onslaught of The Rock, who despite putting on a brave face, might not be 100% because of the assault at the conclusion of Raw when he was left laying outside the arena bloody and beaten. Believe it or not, Rock called out to Shawn Michaels of old, and he immediately realized that the guy was long ago with the low blow felt worldwide, and that shot started, not even a 2 count. I was about to say Shawn was looking to become WWE Commissioner right there, but The Rock is not going to have any of it. Be sure to use hashtag Rock versus HBK in the comment section to discuss this match as Michaels connected with that Russian leg sweep. The fans here in Brooklyn has been very vocal all night. The crowd is about 50-50 in this first encounter between the Great One and the showstopper, Snake Eyes in the corner. Rock not letting him breathe with that lariat, sending Michaels crashing and burning to the floor. I mean, can you imagine Shawn Michaels as the WWE Commissioner? This version at least has turned every member of the McMahon family against him. Hell, he even ordered a hit on Shane and Stephanie McMahon as the Snake Eyes connect again, but this time on the steel steps. Rock is looking to not only break Shawn in two, he's looking to rearrange his face. The warrant for Aleister Black is still active. It has been amazing how he has not only thwarted police, but he's gained access to this arena somehow and got out without getting touched. Rock wants Shawn's flesh to touch those steps apparently, and we all know what the outcome was if it happens, but Michaels breaks free because he knows if his back would have held up if Rock connected with that power bomb. And Michaels has him up, shotgun connects, targeting the throat area, possibly cutting off the air circulation at the moment. Shawn toying around with these people. They can only imagine the status of the company if Shawn were to gain full control as WWE Commissioner. Rock connects with that shot to the midsection. Michaels took too long playing with the people. Come on, don't do it, Rock. Don't you do it. No. Power bomb on top of the steel steps. Michaels' spine might have shifted. Michaels taking a breather on the outside. The look in the eyes of The Rock tells the entire story. You don't get a break. You started this and now I'm going to finish it as he's connected with that spine buster, as if that power bomb didn't do it. Come on, Rock. Do it for Stephanie. Do it for the WWE. Rock bottom. The sold out crowd shouting from the rafters. This match is clearly in Rock's hands, and he's loving every single solitary second. And now he's looking to, oh, wait a minute. Rock, turn around. I should have expected this. Oh, Zack Ryder catching the Rock off guard. Oh, come on, Ryder. No. Zack Ryder with the sit-out pile driver. That same move he used to place his former tag team partner Mojo Rawley on the shelf. This scum sent Andrade to the hospital with severe burns, and he's clearly not done. Oh, come on now. Shades of what went down on Raw in the tables match. There is nothing the official can do about it because Rock demanded that this match has no restrictions. Oh, he don't plan on power driving him through the table. Wait, John Cena! Cena's here! Looking for some payback for what went down on Raw. integrity, and he does not want to see Shawn Michaels in charge. Look, somehow Shawn has recovered, but you can clearly see he's in pain as he climbs his way to the top. Classic Shawn Michaels with that elbow drop from the top. Rock still feeling the effects of the pile driver by Ryder, and now Shawn is tuning up the band. Sweet chin, no Rock move, ducks. Shawn is about to go to that dark place. Rock bottom. The Rock, well, he will usually go for the cover, but to quote him again from his conversation with Mr. McMahon, he won't be satisfied until Shawn Michaels is broken in two. The Rock stalking. What the hell? Who the hell is messing with the feed? This is the second time this happened. And Shawn taking advantage of that unfortunate situation with that back elbow drop. You have to believe that Shawn had a hand in that happening because a big smile has plastered across his face. Michaels on the top. Moonsault, no knees to the midsection. Rock got his knees up in desperation. Clothesline to boot. Rock trying his damnedest to keep Michaels down for the count. No, wait, Michaels with the kip up. And now he's face to face with his reckoning. Michaels wants control, not on the Rock's dime. Oh, the impact of that right hand. If Rock wanted that Shawn Michaels of old, he was dropped on his head this past June in Chicago as he went on this obsession with changing this company in his own twisted way. And that brought us to this. Oh, in the forearm to the face. And Rock taking his head clear off. Rock ducks out of the way. And then again with a lariat. Rock now saying it's over. He's saying time's up. And you've got to believe it. Rock bottom. And now it is time. Yep, it is time for the most electrifying move in all of sports and entertainment. People's elbow. Oh, wait again. I thought you guys said it was fixed. Oh, Black Mass. I should have known this man would have found a way to get in. Will someone get out their damn asses in the back and call the police? What the? What the hell is that? Oh my goodness! Triple H! Triple H is back! We haven't seen him since that dreadful night 2 weeks ago with Stephanie McMahon. Sledgehammer in hand. He's not here as the chief operating officer. He's here as the man. And that man is looking to get his hands on the man who turned his world upside down. Aleister Black is standing his ground after laying waste to the Rock. Interrupting this match. Triple H is responsible for Aleister Black being in the WWE in the first place. And this is how he repays him, by siding with the man who wants to take this company from his family and practically snatching his wife away from his kids. This crowd has come unglued. For the past 2 weeks, we've been wondering what Triple H will do. And this is what's to come. Black not backing down from Triple H. And Triple H looking at the man who placed his wife in a coma after disgustingly throwing her from the top of the production truck. Triple H dropped that sledgehammer because he wants Black man to man. And here we go. It's about to go down. Triple H and Aleister. Triple H has Black reeling. Triple H has the advantage. And now he has his hands back on his sledgehammer. I believe what Triple H has in mind for Aleister Black is nothing compared to what the Sergeant of the Rebellion did to his wife. Triple H chasing Black off. Alistair's not a dumb man. He does not want to stick around to get his face bashed in. And now we're back to the ball game. Rock, Michaels. Hopefully no more interruptions on behalf of the former Raw general manager. Rock telling Michaels to bring it, and of course, Shawn telling him to suck it. Shawn taking the lead in this exchange. Sending him off the rope, but Rock sidesteps him and unleashing weeks and weeks of frustrations on the man with a twisted game plan of changing the status quo of this company. Michaels again backed into the corner, but with a closed fist to the bandage cut over his forehead. Oh, and a straight shot. And again, this fight spills onto the floor. But Shawn, he's saying, nah, we settling this in the middle of the ring. Enziguri to the temple. Michaels has something else in mind with those steel steps. Oh, the impact. Steel off of flesh and steel always win. And oh man, it looks like Rock might be bleeding underneath that bandage, and Shawn has a steel chair. He wants to make sure that nothing stands between him and getting full control of day-to-day operations as commissioner. Michaels unleashing with a chair shot to the rib cage and again to the back. I still can't believe Triple H showed up here tonight and he's chasing Aleister Black out of the building. Oh, and a shot to the midsection. DDT on top of the steel chair. I do not recognize this version of Shawn. He's cunning. He's brutal. He doesn't care who he brutalizes to gain control. And the blood is just dripping from underneath that bandage. Oh! This is beginning to get too much. At any moment, Shawn can put this match away, but he's choosing not to. Snake eyes to the open wound. At some point, the official might have to call our ringside position to check on that wound ASAP. Oh, and a bare elbow to the bloody Rock. At this point, Shawn Michaels is just toying around with Rock. He wants to make sure the message is clear to both his opponent and the WWE Board of Directors that he's here to change the entire WWE from top to bottom. I'm beginning to get speechless. And a flying forearm. And a Shawn Michaels kip up as usual. At this point, the crowd knows it's imminent. And that right there could be the icing on the cake. Oh, the sharpshooter. This is no Bret Hart and Stone Cold at WrestleMania, but this moment is just as important and could alter the entire landscape and the future of the WWE. Look at the blood pouring from the face and staining the mat. Rock is on his last leg. Wait, Shawn breaks the hold. Of course, he wants to rub it in the face of the former WWE champion. This crowd at this point has turned completely against him. They don't agree with this version of the Hall of Famer. Oh, and again, a shot to the back. Oh, it's getting too much. At some point, you think he just covered the man. And again. Oh, and he's telling him to suck it. Completely disrespectful. And Shawn get to the midsection. Going for the pile driver. Oh, wait. Rock is still in this, man. Fighting to make sure Shawn Michaels keeps his claws off of this company. The official pulling Rock back. It appears Shawn's back has given up on him a bit. But Rock doesn't give a damn. Spine buster. This crowd has come unglued again. Rock has Michaels up. He had going for the rock bottom, but that elbow to the wound, and Shawn sucking up the pain in the back. And the sharpshooter again. If you were wondering about Shawn's back holding up during this, Rock's back has to be damaged at this point. And that sharpshooter is not helping, but Rock rolls through, breaking the hole. And Rock bottom. The Rock is on the verge of wiping Shawn Michaels from the WWE. Wait. Who the hell? Oh! It's Rusev. Rusev with the bat. Put one and one together. Rusev was the Batman. The man we clearly forgot about. Oh, come on. Rock is out cold. And now Shawn Michaels is back up. Sweet chin music. Come on, ref. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Damn it. Shawn Michaels is the WWE commissioner, but not without assistance from his entire faction. The first shot was Zack Ryder delivering the pile driver, but a light of hope for a moment saw John Cena get his pound of flesh, smashing Ryder through the table with an AA. But this right here, the sudden appearance of Aleister Black through the darkness to deliver a black mass, but nothing prepared Black or the fans here in this arena for the return of the man whose wife he placed in a coma 2 weeks ago, Triple H. Not the COO, but the man avenging the mother of his children. And it came down to Black and the game going to blows before Black was eventually chased off by a vengeful Triple H with a sledgehammer. After the chaos was somewhat controlled, it came back down to HBK and The Rock, and Rock broke free of the sharpshooter before flattening Michaels with the rock bottom again. But what was indeed shocking was the arrival of that man, Rusev, who was the Batman, a part of the rebellion all along. And that shot to the face set up for the final blow. Sweet chin music. One kick to the bloody face.
Here is your winner.
And it was it.
Shawn Michaels.
The time is upon us. The rebellion has all but won the war. Shawn Michaels is now the WWE commissioner. The status quo of the WWE is about to change, courtesy of the Heartbreak Kid. The crowd here in Brooklyn raining down their disdain for the outlaw, and rightfully so. Shawn is basically the boss. No thanks to that man right there. The Bulgarian Brute is the Batman of the rebellion. And everything's making sense. Oh, and another shot to the skull. Can someone do something about this man? Take the bat away from him. The official can't believe it. Neither can I. Muska kick to the back of the skull. The official trying to talk Rusev down, but the Brute is not responding. Oh, come on, get that bat away from him. Rusev has that look in his eye, but I don't think nobody can believe that he was a part of this all along. Oh, continuing his onslaught. The ribs to the midsection into the body of The Rock. Another Muska kick. Rusev is destroying what's left of The Rock. Oh, and he's not done. Kick to the spine. The accolade. Come on, get someone out here. He's choking the life out of The Rock. We're doomed. Wait, we're still live? We're still live, right? Oh, okay. Oh, wait! Chad Gable! Gable attacking the game! Gable was left laying on SmackDown Live 3 nights ago, but he might regret coming back soon because picking a fight with a BC in red is not in your best interest. Oh, the sledgehammer. He has the hammer back. Oh! The sledgehammer to the injured back of Gable. He's that dedicated to the rebellion that he's willing to risk his long-term health. Triple H wants Aleister Black, and he will go through anyone to get him. Oh, and a straight shot to the face. Triple H is pissed. This isn't Triple H, the COO. Oh, no. Pedigree on top of Mr. McMahon's limo. Gable's out cold.